facts, truth, reality. You know what? My channel will, some people won't be able to handle watching some of my videos that will be coming later this year. I today have secured the best camera phone in the world. Paid a lot of money for it. It arrives in a couple of days. I've got a new cameraman. I've got two. I've got the latest Samsung Galaxy. I actually got the 24 because I like the pen with the camera, right? The 25, oh, it's slimmer, it's this, it's that. Right, it's hardly any difference. Personally, I think the 24, it was slightly cheaper. It cost me just under 700 quid. Boom, done. And I've also got this, what I'm on now, iPhone 14, which iPhones can fucking do one, mate, yeah? But it's my burner phone, do you know what I mean? It's my backup phone. You know, as I'm deep-holing my name to me traveller roots mush, you know, Boswell, depicted in Peaky Blinders, my family. But my issue today is with Santander. I've just made a video and I'm fuming. I'm absolutely fuming. I was talking to the fraud department about a phishing, they call it phishing with a P, yeah? A scam that I had. And I said, oh, I normally talk to people from Liverpool with the fraud department with Santander. I said, where's your accent from? You sound Irish. He said, yeah, Belfast. I said, oh. I said, is there still trouble in Ballymena? You know, and she said, yes, a little. I said, well, I love the fact there's peace in general on Ireland. I love the fact that the British Army aren't there anymore. Yeah, they're obviously going to have their own issues, Northern Ireland, but they sort it out themselves, okay? But what I said was something Tommy Robinson said 7 years ago. He said, if the British authorities do not sort out the problem in this country with Islamic rape gangs, with the Islamification of cities like Luton, why do they need 45 mosques? There should be 2 Shia, 2 Sunni. Done. They don't need 45. Shut them. No mega mosques. Shut them. Okay? Right? It's coming. Trust me. In the next 10 years. Right? But official complaint against Santander, because I told her I was a Tommy Robinson supporter, and she hung up on me, mate. How dare she? Who the hell does she think she is? Hello, guys. What's up? Just because I like Tommy Robinson, and Tommy knows who I am, I know he is. We've met on a couple of occasions. And we're going to meet again in September, I'm sure. I'm sure I'll grab Tommy for an interview. I know I will. Yeah? Because citizen journalism has exploded, right? But I was a citizen journalist before a lot of you. I was out there on the streets 10 years ago doing it. And I was doing very well. And my channel would be enormous now. But my channel still exists. It's called Euro Wars. There's viral videos on there of when me and Tommy first ever met. We met twice in 7 days. Once in Manchester, and the other time was in Poland, in Warsaw. How mad is that? I flew in from the coast, knew my arms are really tired. Oh God, British accent. What's wrong with my British accent, Josh? please tell me where you're from, Josh. Because you know what? I find that a little bit offensive, but you're entitled to your opinion. Yeah, the fact is that it's not a British accent, it's an English accent. Okay, I'll talk slower for you. Like my German friends, I had to talk slower. Maybe put the subtitles on, right? Is there subtitles? I don't know. Anyway, green screen. Anyway, that's that's what my phone says. Yeah, that's my green screen. Look, man. Oh, you're from Russia. Okay, dude, man. Do you know what? I really want to visit Russia. What part of Russia are you from? What city? Because I love Russia. I love Russia. I love Russian people. I love your culture. I respect Russians. I respect Russia. What a beautiful country. It's massive as well, isn't it? What St. Petersburg is my favorite city. Yeah, respect. Josh, respect. Belgorod. I'd have to look that up. Let me look that up. Let's have a look where Belgorod is. Yeah. Okay. So mind me a minute, people. I'm going to see where Josh is from. Belgorod, Russia. There we go. Okay. Bloody hell. It's not very warm where you are, mate. I wish I was in Belgorod because it's a lot cooler than where I am currently. Yeah, it's 32 Celsius today. It says it's 17 Celsius where you are. So map. Let's have a look where Belgorod is. Belgorod, sorry. Whoa! On the Ukrainian border. Bloody hell. So, how old are you, Josh? Does Putin want you in the army, or are you too old, or are you in the army? Do you mind me asking that? Yeah, you near Ukraine. I see. Yeah. Very near Ukraine. I hate this war between. I don't like the war between Russia and Ukraine. You are brothers and sisters, cousins. You are related. You speak this. You have Slavic history. You were part of the Soviet Union. It's a nasty situation. And Donald Trump, you know, I liked it when he ripped Zelensky apart in in the White House. He absolutely tore him to pieces. Because, you know, trust me, right? If Donald Trump hadn't won the election, God knows what would have happened, what would be going on. They'd be sending American troops in to invade Moscow or something like that. I tell you. Like, the attack Ukraine did on them, the Russian airfields, with the drone attacks, smashing their planes up. The Russian government said the British were involved in that. Now, if that's true, that's an absolute disgrace. It wouldn't surprise me. What about you? We are good. I'm a citizen journalist. I'm a body language expert. So I read people's eyes, their posture. I see if you tell the truth or lie to me. Yeah? I can tell if you tell truth or lie by your face and your arms and your legs, and yeah, that is my forte. And I'm a reporter. I report news. I am against Islam. I don't like it. I think it needs to be reformed. I'm a Christian. I'm a Catholic. I'm not a strict Catholic. I love the Russian Orthodox Church, by the way. It's your churches are so beautiful. You know, Russian architecture is absolutely wonderful. I mean, the Kremlin, fuck me. Wow. What a building. What a building. But yeah, when the war ends, I'm going to visit St. Petersburg. I'm going to go on holiday there. Russian women are so beautiful, man. Fucking hell. Wow. Wow. How old are you, Josh? Age. And do you want the war to end? Are you fighting? Anyway, you know, I got discriminated against for saying I'm a Tommy Robinson supporter by Santander. You're an absolute disgrace. And I'll be using my Monza account from now on, mate. Yeah, all my money will be going into my Monza account. So F you. I want the person who hung up on me disciplined. I want action taken against her. You can't do that just because someone's political affiliation. I wasn't being racist. You know, I just said, you know, we have an major Islamic problem. A guy from Ukraine, I want peace as well, brother. A guy from the Ukraine in an English prison, right, got held down by these Islamic Muslims, and they got the string from a bed linen, like cotton, and they cut his head off they decapitated him, cut his head off with string. They sawed his, seriously. And the only reason I know that is because Tommy Robinson told me the media would never report that because it's too extreme. War is bullshit. Yeah, fucking wars. Yeah, you know, like kids in British schools are taught that, a bit like Russia, right? Russia, complete opposite, right? We had the British Empire. You had the Soviet Union, okay? Similar empires, massive empires. You know, the British Empire, they used to say the sun never set. And it never, because we had Australia, we had New Zealand, we had South Africa, we had Hong Kong, we had India, we had the Bahamas, we had Canada, parts in Africa. Mate, the empire, bruv. Now it's called the Commonwealth. Why the fuck did we give the empire up? We should still have it. The Soviet Union had... I would have had no problem with the Soviet Union staying, but just open the floodgates so people can come in and out. And I think, you know, like I've studied East Germany quite a bit, you know, and a lot of East Germans said they wanted to keep socialism, you know, but just open the Berlin Wall so they can go to the West, but live in the East, live in the Soviet Union still, but be able to go to the West if you want. You know, Putin said something very true. He said, the collapse of the Soviet Union is the biggest geopolitical disaster of the 20th century. And he's correct. You know, what happened was your military fell apart. People were buying your tanks, your submarines, your guns, your AK-47s, which the terrorists still buy now. They're still sold. Your AKs from the 70s and 80s still fucking used now, right? Yeah, they bought all the oil. The oligarchs took over, like Roman Abramovich, who owned Chelsea, people like him. But Putin put the richest one in jail and took all the money himself. Do you like Vladimir Putin, Josh? What did you think of Putin? I actually quite like Vladimir Putin. You know, say what you say about him, but, you know, yeah, war is shit, what he's done. And Russians are dying, and so are Ukrainians. I've heard it's like the Great War for the First World War. You've got, you know, trenches. You're fighting in trenches, mate. It's trench warfare. When I heard that, it really scared the shit out of me, bruv. I can't believe what's going on in Russia and Ukraine. Well, Ukraine, I just can't. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. Anyway, Josh, subscribe, and I promise I will bring news from near your city. I will bring news from the Ukraine and Russia conflict. You love Putin? Hey, good man, good man. Ah, thank you, man, thank you. Well, at the end of the day, we beat the Nazis together, didn't we? Without the Russian war machine, for me, Russia, the Soviet Union, Stalin won the Second World War, mate. Really? What foreign languages do they like you to learn then instead of English? Because the two most spoken languages on earth, English is number 1, Spanish is number 2. That surprises me. You know, you know, I can always do certain live videos, Josh, where I teach you some English, if you want, mate. You know, I can give you some English lessons. I can tell you some English rhyme and slang. Do you prefer American English or my English? You prefer American English, don't you? English and German. Warum die Stadtkarte, bitte? Ah, danke schön. Dann die Straße, da der Rest, the Platz. Warum? Yeah, I can speak German, I can speak French, and I can speak a little bit of Spanish. But when I went to Poland, oh my God, the women are so beautiful. But I could not speak it, mate. It was too difficult. You prefer British English, yeah. The thing is, we have accents. So I'm in the south. I'm near the English Channel, right? Right at the bottom. Look up Stonehenge. Stonehenge. Famous monuments, yeah? Stonehenge. So... how do I can't even enter the fucking chat. That's weird. Oh, hang on a minute. I went to the chat from my other. Here, Josh, I'll show you where I'm from. Yeah. Right. Right. There you go. And that is my channel, Euro Wars. That's my old channel. So you can watch that, mate. And that is my channel, Euro Wars. That's my old channel. So check my old channel out. That's what I used to do. Check out Polish Independence Day. That's my best video. And you'll see Tommy Robinson. And yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna make a TikTok now. Go over to TikTok. Same thing, Citizen Louis. So if you know TikTok, you can watch me on there. I'm gonna make a video complaining about Santander discrimination, the bank hanging up on me because I said that I'm a Tommy Robinson supporter. Fucking wankers. Tossers, mate. But Putin, yeah, badass, mate, with his top off on the horse. I love Vladimir Putin. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I hope he crushes Zelensky. Up the Russians. Right. See you later, bruv. Please subscribe. See you soon.